There are many variety of comics out there, so what makes them unique?
I like to think of comic books and graphic novels as a method of telling story through art. It's different from the traditional novel in that, unlike a novel, which kind of forces you to use your own interpretations of what the author is trying to convey to you. You have your own pictures of the locations, the characters, and so forth in a novel. A comic book, in its own way, conveys all of this to you from the author's, the artist's perspective. Your typical novel has an author, and that's it, an author. It's typically a sole effort. Comic books are much more of a collaborative effort most of the time. As opposed to just having an author, it has a writer, it has an illustrator, it has a letterer, it has an inker, and maybe even a cover artist. It's true that comic books do tend to lean towards more of the science fiction, a lot of this stemming from the fact that they're relatively low budget as opposed to a big film or television show. The other comparable medium being, of course, movies, TV, film, so forth. How those differ from those use visual aspects to convey story as well. However, unlike both graphic novels and regular novels, they force you to keep up to its pace as opposed to you being able to determine your own. So when you're watching a movie, you have to keep up, you don't have time to admire each individual frame. Comic books, you can sit there and look at the same page for as long as you want. You can admire each individual panel, you can admire the expressions, the backgrounds, the scenery, everything that the illustrator put into it to convey the story. Some of the most unique and original ideas you'll be able to find in today's storytelling can be found in comic books. Comic books are a relatively low-budget medium compared to TV shows, film, etc. Therefore, people aren't afraid to be as creative and out there as they can be. And when it works out, guess what happens? It gets made into a movie.
There you have it. If you're looking for something new in stories, try to stop by at a store and pick up a comic book that looks interesting to you.